7, Ethan Duncombe. Number 8, Bailey Connor. Number 9, Blake Seymour. Number 10, Stephen Spencer. Number 11, Cameron Wu. Number 12, Bradley Collinson. Number 13, Michael Curnow. Number 14, Sione Fangupo. Number 15, Samuel Van Hammond. Number 16, Sukhpal Mali. And number 17, Luke Collinson. Just before I announce the first grade home Orara Valley side, I'd just like to thank our major sponsors, Garlo's Pies and Bluebet, and of course the Moonee Beach Hotel, who have done a great job here this afternoon. If you haven't already, make sure you go over to the Moonee Hotel pop-up bar on the eastern side of the ground. There's plenty of cold beverages over there. Also thanks to Orana Building Services, Command 51 Cleaning Services, Tom Williams Plumbing, and South Sydney Rugby League Football Club. For your home side, number 1, jersey sponsored by Leading Edge Telecom is Liam Dunn. Number 2, Stephen Setnich, and his jersey is sponsored by Elite Pool Care. Number 3 is Luke Beaumont, his jersey sponsored by the Moonee Beach Hotel. Number 4, Lathan Hutchison Walters, sponsored by the Moonee Beach Hotel. Number 5, Ronan Singleton, sponsored by the Moonee Beach Hotel. Number 6, Buddy Hart, sponsored by the Orara Valley Progress Association. Number 7, Dan Robinson, sponsored by JDR Windows and the House of Golf Coffs Harbour. Number 8, Harry Davey, sponsored by Warren Roberts Building Services. Number 9, Zach Makelum, sponsored by Tom Williams Plumbing. Number 10, Matt Wakefield, sponsored by the Moonee Beach Hotel. Number 11, Ryan Gill, and the captain, sponsored by Terra Firma Landscaping. Number 12, Macaulay Dawson, sponsored by the Moonee Beach Hotel. Number 13, Justin Hull, sponsored by the Idle Inn. Number 14 is Jediah Catal. Number 15 is Oscar Watson in his jersey, sponsored by Steve Black Electrical. Number 16 is Dean Peacock, sponsored by Bisco. And number 17 is Vikram Atwal.
As the home side Orara Valley Axemen take the field for this afternoon's major semi-final clash. These two sides obviously faced off against one another only a couple of weeks ago, with Orara coming out victors 24 points to 10 over Woolgoolga. You see the two best sides of the competition going head-to-head in this major semi-final, trying to book themselves a spot and a home grand final. So a couple of big inclusions for both sides this afternoon. Obviously last match out, the Woolgoolga captain Dano Hare was an omission, as was the Orara captain Ryan Gill. With both of those two individuals back for a cracking contest here this afternoon. Sides know each other quite well as they've played. This will be the third fixture in around about the last 6 weeks, with the first here at the Korean Sports Ground, won by the Woolgoolga side, as we see the Woolgoolga Seahorses being led out onto the ground by their captain Dano Hare. The last time Woolgoolga were here, they did run out 30 points to 22 victors. One thing to watch this afternoon for those Axemen fans out there is number 5, Ronan Singleton. The competition is leading try scorer with 16 tries so far this year. Really enjoys playing against Woolgoolga so far. He got a hat-trick in the first game and then a double last time out. So we'll put plenty of traffic to go down that left-hand side. Some big outs for the Axemen this week with some suspensions to the front rows. Obviously Kane Bunt and Jared Roberts not in the side this afternoon. Still plenty of talent across the park to get the job done. So the Axemen will kick off here. They will run from left to right as I just get the signal from the referee that we need to get it underway. And here we go for the major semi-final of Group 2 2022. The ball's taken there by Collinson. Spencer off the back fence early for his side there. Up over to 20. See Connor now backing it up. 1-2 front row punch there from Woolgoolga early here. Good shot underneath there from Justin Hull as the cavalry come in and they drive him back 15 metres there. Great defence from the Orara Valley Axemen there. So O'Hare tips it on to Captain Michael Kerner. Spencer for his second carry of the set. This will be the last now, just inside the Orara side of halfway as Seymour scoots out a dummy half, kicks down the short side. It'll be picked up by Liam Dunn. A little bit of a bobble there, but he brings it back with some vigour now, Liam Dunn. Just over about 15 metres out from his own line. Singleton now with a scoop from dummy half. The outside backs trying to get in and help their forwards out here early for the Axemen. Fantastic crowd here this afternoon at Corimba Sports Ground as Lathan Hutchison-Walters back in behind the ruck. Great numbers out here. It's been a great day of football. Wakefield gets through the first tackle. We can't beat the tackle of Spencer. It's Gill in the unfamiliar position of the right back row here. It's normally a centre, but obviously due to those emissions in the front row, a bit of a shuffle as Robinson takes to the boot now, and it's picked up by Schmidt. About 5 out from his own line. Little goose step on another one, and he's met solidly there by Hart. Robinson in there as well with a great chase in his kick. Oh, we see a fumble there from Dane O'Hare, the captain of the Woolgoolga side, putting his team under pressure early here with a fumble in the play the ball. The Axemen will have a scrum, 25 out from the Woolgoolga line. So first attacking opportunity in this afternoon's game will be going towards the Axemen. We'll see what sort of set that they can put together here. As Hart feeds the scrum. Gill just one off the scrum, just taking a hit up there, just trying to settle it. Get them going early here. Wakefield. Oh, solid contact there. Bit of a head clash, I think. Both Duncombe and Wakefield are in big trouble here. Both players came reeling out there. Duncombe really flew up out of the line to put the shot on Wakefield and it's come off second best by the look of things as Wakefield's bounced to his feet here, but Duncan is really flat on his back here and it looks like the trainers...
Get him away.
Some big contact early here. Obviously the first two meetings between these two sides were very, very physical encounters. And this one seems to be becoming quite physical early itself, as to be expected. So a bit of a break in play here for a minute, just while the injured player gets some attention.
They said they had their own tip. Messages, don't see me with you.
Wakefield are also receiving some treatment in the background there from the trainer, but he seems to be okay. As Duncan may have looked to have injured an arm potentially here. It's wrapped up in the shirt as he comes from the field. And the referee has called a knock-on from Wakefield in that play there. So Woolgoolga will have a scrum 20 out from their own line. It'll be interesting to see what sort of change Woolgoolga make here as far as replacements. Obviously, Duncan, the halfback. Looks like it might be Steve Spencer moving into the halves for the Woolgoolga side as he feeds the scrum now, with Van Hammond coming onto the pitch for his first football this afternoon as O'Hare brings it away for the Woolgoolga side. 20 out from his own line. And Duda and Matt Guy, some solid contact there from the Axemen as they drive him back again. Wakefield and Makelum in there. It's Connor. Makes his way up. It's just shy of the 30-metre line now. Wakefield out of the line, can't make the tackle there on Kerno, but he's eventually wrapped up by Gill and Robinson helping out as well. Blake O'Connor now, and he's picked up and dumped by Buddy Hart. Great tackle there from the number 6 from the Axemen. So kicking from deep inside their own half here, Woolgoolga. O'Hare takes to the sky. Plenty of time for Liam Dunn, and he takes it comfortably and brings it back past the 30-metre line now. And he's met front on there by the 5. That's Simon for Woolgoolga. And he goes again, Simon. Wraps up Setanich. Hutchison Walters. See, first game he played against Woolgoolga as he gets an offload there. Makelum through the middle. It's very dangerous through that middle third. Makelum. Plenty of going on in back play here between Spencer and Hutchison Walters. Nobody's play on here from the referee. There's a bit of confusion out here in the middle. Spencer was giving Hutchison Walters a decent facial on the ground here in back play, and there's a bit of confusion out here as the referee just consults his sideline official there to get some information. Spencer looks to have been called out here by the referee. And it looks like the touch judge has obviously spotted what was happening in back play here and told the referee that it is deserving of a penalty. So the Axemen will have a penalty right on top of the halfway line here. Look to find touch through Dan Robinson, and they'll go on the attack again here now. A bit of a stop-start first few minutes here as Gill takes that up over to 40. Harry Davey moving into the front row, and he's met solidly there by 3 Woolgoolga defenders, and they drive him backwards. Very slow play the ball here. Looks to have hurt Harry Davey there. Wakefield now off the back fence, and he's going to draw a penalty there. Offside, says the referee. So another penalty here to the Axemen. 20 out from the Woolgoolga line. Harry Davies still receiving some attention in back play from the trainer. We're going to look to play on here though. Wakefield in for another carry. Contact was okay, said the referee. Looks to be creeping up a little, but play on. Goes left now. There's Macaulay Dawson running a straight line off Hart. And it's caught forward by the referee there. So again, the Axemen unable to complete the set on the attack here or come away with any points, and turning the ball over on play 2 there. Woolgoolga again will have another scrum about 10 out from their own line.
Pressure up, boys.
They feed the scrum there as a little skip into the line from Simon, but then he's met and dragged back again. So The Axemen looking to get numbers in tackles and really looking to drive Woolgoolga back wherever they can. There's some more push and shove in the background here again. So, and then they're offside. So things getting quite heated here between both sides. No love lost from either. Seymour finds touch. About 32 out from this Woolgoolga Seahorses goal line where they will start a set. Best position Woolgoolga have had to start a set so far this match. It's Wu, and he shifts it back down the short side. It's O'Hare through the middle. Dane O'Hare cuts through straight away. Dane O'Hare draws and passes, and he picks up Blake O'Connor, who beats the first couple of tackles, and he's eventually brought down there by Makelum and Dunn also in over the top there. But Woolgoolga rolling here now, right on the attack as Spencer coughs it up. Great shot there from Justin Harley underneath the ball, and he's popped it out. Neither side can really gain too much momentum here so far in the early stages. Lots of drop balls and penalties as Wakefield now. Ooh, geez, there's plenty to go, and there's a bit of extra in there from Collinson, and the referee spotted it. Some more push and shove here. The players just need to probably just cool down a little bit here and get back to playing football. It's lovely to see the passion, not only from both sides, but the crowd. The crowd here, both sides of the field, filling up both ends of the Korean sports ground here. It's a fantastic sight. As Robinson will find touch about 5 inside the Woolgoolga side of halfway. So the Axemen on the attack once again. Let's see what they can do with the ball this time as Hutchison Walters taps and goes himself. Almost busts through there as he's tried to get up and play the ball a little too quick there, Hutchison Walters, and he's lost the ball, says the referee. I'd like to see that one again to see whether the hand comes off the ball there, but Hutchison Walters just coming up with a error there on play one. Collinson run off the ruck there, off the scrum, sorry. It's met by Justin Hull. Playing the 13 today with obviously those reshuffles. So that's Van Hammond there, pretty much playing it just on top of the halfway as Brad Collinson takes the ball inside the Orara side of half. Slow play the ball there, appealing to the referee. Flat ball from Curnow onto Connor, and Connor's wrapped up there just inside the 40. This out of dummy half goes Seymour. Gets an arm free but can't get the ball away. Last tackle, says the referee here. See what sort of option they go. Goes to Collinson. Joel Collinson, that is. One of 3 brothers playing. The ball goes up, and fantastic take from Singleton, and Singleton's off and racing, the leading try scorer of the competition, and fantastic chase down there by Stephen Spencer, the number 10 of Woolgoolga. Showed some toe there, the big fella, but the Axemen now well and truly on the roll as Beaumont up over the 40. Still getting back on side, the Woolgoolga players, a lot of them, as Wakefield now gets tackled on the 30, wrapped up by Wu. Come right through Robinson, turns Justin Hull back in underneath, and he's met by 3 Woolgoolga defenders. About 28 out from the Woolgoolga line. A couple of plays to go here. They go left through Hart. Hart turns Davey back in underneath, and Davey's met strongly over the top once again. They've got a bit of a target on Harry Davies so far this afternoon. They go left on the last here now. Hart double pumps, gets it out to Dawson, and Dawson gets it onto Beaumont, who gets it onto Singleton, and the ball is charged down. Singleton gets it on the toe, and the ball's been charged down by Woolgoolga, so the Axemen will get another set here, 10 metres out from the Woolgoolga line. So still plenty of game time left to go in this first half here. It's Davey now, first carry in, just a settler through the middle, wrapped up by Connor. He looks to have been hurt again here, Harry Davies, in the war so far early in this game. That shot in underneath, I think, hit him right on the quad, which might have been Cork, as Robinson takes it himself. He's wrapped up strongly there by Cameron Wu. Michael Curnow in there also to help out. So they come right, done now to the line, and finds Hutchison Walters, goes straight through. Nathan Hutchison Walters scores first this afternoon, and the Axemen hit the front 4-0. With 12 minutes gone on the game clock. Fantastic work there from the Axemen. So eventually, after all that pressure and all that field position there, they managed to turn it into points. Hutchison Walters crosses first for the Axemen this afternoon. Nice work from Liam Dunn there, the fullback. Just went nice and deep into the line and just popped the short ball.
Yeah, no, I got it.
So after some sustained pressure and a bit of a stop-start first stanza here, Hutchison Walters crosses. He's going to try and convert his own try here. It's about 5 in from touch, this right-hand side. Tough kick here, kicking it directly into the wind. Moves in now. Looks good from here. And he's going to convert his own try there. Lathan Hutchison Walters. Fantastic start for the Axemen, leading 6 points to 0. There's Harry Davies coming off here, so he suffered a knee injury a couple of weeks back after a heavy knee clash, and looks to have just re-aggravated that, which will see Jediah Katal come into the game this afternoon for the first time as O'Hare gets us back in underway.
First points this afternoon to Orara Valley's number 4, Lathan Hutchison Walters. He also converted his own try. And it's 6 points to 0. Orara leading Woolgoolga.
So Setnich just comes up with a bit of a bobble there, coming off his own line. So unable to complete the first set after points, and this will be Woolgoolga's first attacking opportunity of this afternoon. So they got some numbers on the short side here. They go open instead. So O'Hare taking him on. It's a very hard man to handle, Dane O'Hare. Very big body for a fullback. So they come back to the middle. Brad Collinson now. He's met by 3 Axemen defenders. It's about 20 out from the Axemen line. A couple of plays to go here in the set. Curnow to Spencer. Spencer goes short to Cameron Wu. Wu runs into a green and gold wall. It's about 12 short of the line. Supal Mali now into the game as well. So both sides making some changes early here. And they try and barge over from dummy half Woolgoolga, but they can't find a way through there. Last play now, says the referee. Let's see what they've got on the end of the set here, Woolgoolga. Comes to Spencer. Spencer goes out the back to O'Hare, and O'Hare Smith front on. Captain on captain, and Ryan Gill wins that battle for this afternoon. He just upends O'Hare and puts him on his back. So that'll be a change over there. 10 out from the Axemen line. Good set of defence there to start off with. There's Justin Hull through the middle now. The Axemen rolling here. Apologies on the commentary. It's trying to do too many things at once here at the moment. I'm trying to ground announce and commentate at the same time as Katal. Finds his way to the halfway line here now. Hart's going to kick out a dummy half for the Axemen. There's no one back there. He's going to find the grass. It's going to skip. He wants it to sit down there, and it does nicely. And O'Hare's back to retrieve it about a metre out from his own line, and he's tackled. Schmidt out of dummy half now.
Can the owner of the license plate ASM36U please attend your car? Your dog is locked in the car and it does not look very well. I repeat, ASM36U. Is that your license plate? Please go to your car immediately.
So Woolgoolga just out of their own, coming out of their own end now, through O'Connor on that right-hand side. Schmidt's doing the kicking here. Not often you see a winger doing the kicking, one off the ruck, as Dunn back to pick it up, and he goes straight and hard. Liam Dunn gets through that first line of defence, as he so often does, just like a greyhound chasing after that bunny. Great scoot there from Jeddah Katal. Up towards the halfway line now on play 2 is the captain, Gill, swerving away from a few defenders. He's eventually met there and brought down just on the Woolgoolga side of halfway. It's Robinson. Dummies back inside, finds Lathan Hutchison-Walters again. Beats a couple again. Hutchison-Walters is causing some headaches on this right-hand side at the moment. And he's eventually brought down just inside the 30. So they come left. Robinson finds Gill in the middle. Gets past the tackler Collinson, but can't beat Brad Collinson, that is, but can't beat brother Joel, and Connor also in there. So the last tackle here now. Hart goes left, and Macaulay Dawson on the run here now. Left, but he's in some space. Macaulay Dawson, he's going to cross in the corner. Macaulay Dawson has crossed for the Orara Valley Axemen. They're going to extend their lead even further.
Great try there to Orara Valley's number 12, Macaulay Dawson. Pushes the score out to Orara Valley 10, Woolgoolga 0 with a kick to come. Number 4. 20.
It's a great try there from Macaulay Dawson. Another player playing in an unusual position in the left back row spot, with the shuffle to the forwards needing to be had. But they had the numbers there, and he's just found the gap and pinned the ears back and made his way into the corner there. Great try. Tough kick here for Hutchison-Walters. Right out on the sideline. He's getting plenty of advice from the Woolgoolga faithful on that side of the ground here. Hutchison-Walters moves in now. It looks like it might be a little short, this one, and it is. So the score is going to remain 10 points to nil. Sorry, the Orara Valley Axemen leading Woolgoolga with just under 20 minutes to go in this first half.
Conversion was unsuccessful there. The score remains Orara Valley 10, Woolgoolga 0.
O'Hare to get us back in underway. Spiralling kick off this one. Tough one to take. Robinson does well. And Wakefield straight and hard. The only way he knows how, Matt Wakefield. Ooh, looked to be high contact there from Brad Collinson. No call from the referee. Play on. Katal's brought down just inside his own, just outside his own 20, sorry. Justin Hull now. As Robinson shows and goes himself. Looks to be touched there by Woolgoolga. Play on. Oh, knock on, says the referee. Gill must have had a hand in there. So again, set after points, and the Axemen fail to complete that set and give Woolgoolga an opportunity to hit back nice and promptly. This game's got a little bit more rhythm now than what it had maybe for the first sort of 5 minutes of the game. As Van Dugtren over there wrapped up. Kerno brought down for the Woolgoolga side, right on top of the 40. And just another settler there from Bailey Connor. Some solid defensive work from Justin Hull through that middle. He's been great this afternoon. He's been great all year, Justin Hull. As Spencer takes on the line now himself. Wrapped up by Gill, and Hart comes in and they drive him back again, once again. That second, third man in, really trying to drive the legs and turn the momentum for the Axemen as Collinson comes out. Long ball out to Sione Fangupo out here. Breaks away from a couple. He's a hard man to handle, Sione. And he's eventually brought down on the last. About 12 metres out from the Axemen line. They come left through O'Hare. And O'Hare tries to do it on his own again. And he's wrapped up by Makelum. So no kick on the end of the set for Woolgoolga once again. And the Axemen will bring it away from their own line now. This is Gill. It's turned into much more of an arm wrestle here now, as both sets just sort of trading set for set. A couple of errors from both sides as well. Again, solid contact on Wakefield through the middle. Not too many meters for the Axemen in this set. So Robinson is going to kick early here on the fourth. He might have got too much of that one, Robinson. And it bounces, it goes out on the full, unfortunately. So like his time over again there, Dan Robinson. He's unfortunately put that one into touch on the full. Probably looking for a 40-20. Might have been a little too much air underneath it for the 40-20, but... So again, Woolgoolga have a good attacking opportunity here now to try and get some points on the board for the first time this afternoon. Obviously, Orara still leading 10 points to 0 with approximately 15 minutes left to go here. It's Marley, straight and hard for Woolgoolga. So look to be set up on the right-hand side. They go that way now through Kerno. Kerno out the back to Collinson. Collinson short ball to his brother, Brad Collinson. And a great tackle there. Desperation had to be made by Buddy Hart there. He's back through the middle now through Kerno. And he stands in that tackle there, Michael Kerno. And they come to the right. Seymour Grubbers. And he puts too much on that one. It's Liam Dunn just watches it trickle dead, and he'll come out for a 7-tackle set. A little bit more push and shove in back play there. It seems to be any time there's a stoppage of some sort, there's a push. There's no quick tap in Group 2, unfortunately. It's not quite like the NRL, we can race it out. So Macaulay Dawson brought down. That'll be 0 there for the Axemen. Hutchison Walters. The ruck speed of this game's been quite slow. Both sides have really... As Collinson pulls out the ball there. Might have been a little bit of gamesmanship there from Jediah Katal. Just sort of let the ball go as Collinson started to reef at it. It's a penalty nonetheless. So the Axemen, again with a bit of a piggyback from Woolgoolga, will enter the Woolgoolga side halfway with another attacking opportunity with 13.5 minutes left to go in this first half. It's Justin Hull fighting for every inch there, drags 3 Woolgoolga defenders up towards the 30. It's Katal. It's about 25 out from the Woolgoolga line. They come right through Hart, back inside to Peacock. Peacock's got some space in behind the ruck there, and just grabbed by the shirt by Marley, and O'Hare in there had to come in and assist to make that tackle. Just Buddy Hart, just dummies to the inside, and taken off the ball there was Jediah Katal.
A couple of plays left to go for the Axemen here. Right on the attack inside Woolgoolga's half as Peacock tries to do it on his own, and he's brought down just short of the line. Last play now. Little grubber into the in goal, and Buddy Hart's going to score! Great eyes up football there from Zach Maitland. Spotted the fullback in the line, just dribbled it in behind. And the number 6, Buddy Hart, crosses for the Axemen's third of this afternoon.
Great try there to Orara Valley's number 6, Buddy Hart. Extends the Axemen's lead to 14 points to 0 with the kick to come.
As Hutchison Walters adds the extras for the Axemen, pushing the lead out to 16 points to 0. The Orara Valley Axemen over Woolgoolga Seahorses. Oh, it started to look like quite a dominant first half here for the Axemen with just over 10 minutes left to go in the half. A torpedo kickoff. Geez, that would be hard to take. Does well, Robinson, as Peacock brings it back, and he's upended by 3 Woolgoolga defenders solidly there. It was Wu and Connor doing most of the damage in that one. As Liam Dunn in behind the ruck, and he's broken through the line. Liam Dunn wrapped up by Steve Spencer again with some cover defence. Ooh. Crept up there. There's some arms out from the Axemen. No call from the referee. Still down here, Buddy Hart. The referee calls a stop to time. So another break in play here. It's been incredibly stop-start first half. Dominated. It's Hart still down here receiving some attention from the trainers. Just gets a bit of a pat on the head there from Steve Spencer. We get back underway. Bit of a low, tough pass to handle for Katal, but he does well and shrugs through some tacklers there. Gets a quick play the ball through side, and Justin Hull on the advantage now for the Axemen. Spencer over the top and Connor in underneath to help out as well. Last play here now, right on top of the halfway line. Comes to Robinson, he'll take to the sky. Spiralling bomb here to Blake O'Connor, takes it about 20 out from his own line. Hairpins it towards the middle, and he's upended there with a great tackle by Jediah Katal. Fantastic shot. But good place for him to start is Sione Fangupo. Takes 4 of them to bring him down there. Just plays it just shy of the 40-metre line. It's Connor. Gets away from Robinson, who comes again and assisted by Maitland. Not too many metres for Woolgoolga here so far in these first couple of plays, as Collinson has to take it himself. Didn't have any options there. Gets a quick play the ball though, and Brad Collinson up over the 40-metre line on the attack for Woolgoolga now. Last play here. See what option they take with the boot as O'Hare takes to the sky. Dunn takes it comfortably there. Tries to get on the outside of the chasers and does get on the outside of those chasers. Cuts back towards the middle of the field now, but fantastic kick return there from Liam Dunn. Makes it up towards the 30 for his side and really gets him on a roll early here. Again, some more high contact. Ball comes out the back, but it's going to be called a penalty. He was going to call a knock on there, the referee. I think he got tipped off by his touch judge that Might have been helped out, that one there. So another penalty here for the Axemen to come out of their own end. Robinson finds touch. About 45 out from the Woolgoolga line. The Axemen leading 16 points to 0 over Woolgoolga with about 8.5 minutes left to go here. Steen Cook with a solid carry there. Oh, sorry, that's Macaulay Dawson on that one. Similar haircuts. Catal. It's wrapped up by Collinson and Kerno there, about 20 out from the Woolgoolga line. They come right through Hart. Hart short ball to Hull, and Hull almost gets his way through. Held on desperately there by Wu. And they come right again, Robinson. Robinson long ball to Hutchison Walters, and he's upended by Fangupo. Should be a thrilling battle, this one here, between Fangupo and Hutchison Walters. Keep an eye on that one if you're playing at home. As they come back to the short side through Gill. Gets away from one, Ryan Gill. Can't get away from anymore though, and he's dragged down from behind by Sione Fangupo. Steve Spencer also in there to assist that one. They come back to the middle. Makelum last here. Grubber kick into the in goal, and it's met. Good pick up there by Brad Collinson right underneath the uprights, and a penalty. So I think it might have been a flop there from Justin Hull, unfortunately. So the Woolgoolga will get a penalty, relieving penalty, to come out of their own end. Seymour looks to try and find touch. Does just that. Don't think Setnich might have got a finger to that one there, so it's going to be a play the ball rather than a tap restart. Sukpal Marley off the tap, goes off the ruck, sorry, goes straight through. Leaves Dean Peacock on the ground. He's limping. He's in a world of pain here, Peacock. So he's going to leave the Axemen a man short in the defensive line right now. Woolgoolga red hot on the attack. Couple of minutes to go in this first half. Connor gets an offload back to Seymour. Seymour on to Kerno, finds Joel Collinson. He steps off his right, gets an arm free, gets the ball away again. Some razzle-dazzle stuff from Woolgoolga here. Ball ends up with Marley, and he's eventually dragged down about 10 short of the line by Macaulay Dawson. They come to the middle through Kerno. Kerno almost goes through. Makelum missed the tackle on him there. They got plenty of numbers out here on this right-hand side, this left-hand side, Woolgoolga. They come that way now. O'Hare, well read by Hutchison Walters, and he races up and makes the stop on the fullback. Had to be made, that tackle. They come short side again through Sione Fangupo. Fangupo trying to muscle his way to the in goal. There's plenty of cavalry there, and they eventually stop him just short of the line. Good goal line defence from the Orara Valley side there. With obviously Peacock unable to make his way back to the defensive line. He's Atwell onto the field for his first football this afternoon and gets a penalty for his side as Collinson off the line too quick. So another penalty to come out of their own end, the Orara Valley Axemen. Haven't had to do a whole lot of work out of their own end. Just as here's Gill now taking the run off the tap here. Goes over the top of Kerno, who holds on. There's Brad Collinson in that round to help out as well. Luke Beaumont gets through a couple, and Brad Collinson again over the top. Might have been a bit of friendly fire there. Might have wiped out one of his own players. So there is a Woolgoolga player still on the ground. It's Hutchison Walters now. Back towards the middle. Can't beat the tackle of Connor or Wu. It's Atwell. Quick play the ball there from Atwell. Very flat attacking line here from the Axemen though. As Macaulay Dawson looks long, plays short to Beaumont. Beaumont beats a couple, gets an offload away to Hart. Hart back towards the middle through Hull. Hull's got a few to beat. Justin Hull's going to score. The Orara Valley Axemen extend their lead even further. Some great play there. A couple of offloads. Justin Hull backing up through the middle, and he crosses for the Axemen's 4th of the afternoon. 20 points to 0, the Axemen lead.
Another great try there to the Orara Valley Axemen. Try scored by number 13, Justin Hull. Taking the score onto Orara Valley 20. Woolgoolga 0 with a kick to come.
So with just a couple of minutes left to go in the first half. Hutchison Walters looking to convert to extend the lead out to 22 points to 0. And he does exactly that.
Conversion successful there by Orara Valley's number 4, Lathan Hutchison Walters. Takes the score onto Orara Valley 22. Woolgoolga 0.
So Hare gets us back underway again, and Atwell with the carry, and he gets halfway through. Atwell grabbed by the shorts, does get the quick play of the ball. So the Axemen really rolling here now as the try scorer. Hull gets through the first tackle. Can't beat that of Fangupo, and Kerno down low. Hutchison Walters, straight over the top of Joel Collinson there. Does enough to be brought down though. But well and truly his second carry of the set, Justin Hull. Enters the Woolgoolga side of halfway. They come left. Robinson tips it on to Katal. Katal standing in the tackle, eventually brought down there on the last. 40 metres out from the Woolgoolga line. They go left through Hart. They're going to run it here. Beaumont gets the ball, puts on a grubber, and O'Hare's across there though. Good positioning by Dane O'Hare, and he comes across sideways across the 10-metre line, and Maitland rounds him up. It's Blake O'Connor. There's a penalty there. You got a minute? Yeah. So a penalty there. One. So getting plenty of questions up here. It's about how far we've got left to go. It's Brad Collinson. Sam Van Hammond gets an offload away. Seymour tips it on to Joel Collinson, and Joel Collinson tries to go back through the same position. It's dragged down there by Macaulay Dawson. It's Blake Seymour out of dummy half. Just a couple of seconds left to go here. Last play for Woolgoolga now. So that'll round out the first half here with the Orara Valley Axemen leading 22 points to 0 over Woolgoolga.
Final score of this afternoon's fixture, Orara Valley leading 22 points to 0 over the Woolgoolga City Horses. Still plenty of food and beverages at the bar on both sides of the ground. Obviously there's a Mooney Beach Hotel pop-up bar on the eastern side if you didn't want to walk all the way around. Plenty of food over that side as well. Big shout out to our sponsors, the Mooney Beach Hotel, Blue Bet, Garlo's Pies. As well as Orara Building Services, Command 51 Cleaning, Tom Williams Plumbing and South Sydney Rugby League Football Club.
As we see both sides coming back out onto the field. Really strong first half from the home side with a 22-point lead over the Woolgoolga Seahorses. Who have made quite a few errors in the game. Actually, both sides have made a number of errors. It's been a very stop-start first half. There was a period of about 15-20 minutes of sort of grind-like football, sort of set for set. But the Axemen, obviously, with the killer blows. 22 points to nil. So O'Hare will get us underway again. Goes down to Hutchison Walters, and he'll bring it back for the Axemen. It's Outwall in the unfamiliar position of the front row, Vikram Atwal. Normally a back rower, but as I've mentioned a number of times, Justin Hull's been fantastic this afternoon in that 13 role. Plenty of touches of the footy. Gill back towards the middle of the park. Shrugs off a would-be from Seymour. He's wrapped up there by Kerno and Van Hammond. It's Hull for his second carry of the set. I feel like I'm saying that multiple times this afternoon. Last play here now is Hart. Evades the shooting tackle of Brad Collinson there and bombs it down, and O'Hare takes it on his 10, brings it back now, stumbles in towards the defensive line, and it's wrapped up just short of the 30-metre line. So O'Connor, very bustling runner of the footy, but they get in and drive him back there. Once again, Justin Hull in there, Jeddy Katal in there, and they start to drive him back. As Van Hammond looks to have lost it here. Again, the Axemen's defence, Justin Hull in there again, proving the difference. Solid contact, and the ball just comes spewing out there as they try and get Van Hammond to the ground. So the Axemen with another really good attacking opportunity here to start this first half. To start this second half. And you would think that if they can post first points here in this second half, it's a lot of work for Woolgoolga to do from there. As Hart feeds the scrum now. It's Hutchison Walters straight and hard. Almost finds a way through there, Hutchison Walters. Katal. They wrestle him to ground about 10 out from the line. Hart gets a dead end, does a 360 and goes himself. And he's wrapped up in probably the dustiest part of the field possible. Ooh, gets a little bit of work there from Spencer. Those two have come together a few times. It's back inside there. Oh, and that's over the top. And then that's hands in the face again from Spencer. No call from the referee once again. They shift out to this right-hand side. Great hands there from Hutchison Walters, and Stetnich is going to cross in the corner for the Axemen. They're going to extend their lead even further. Slick passing there. Great hands. Gill onto Hutchison Walters and just drew and passed, and Stetnich did the rest in the corner. So the Axemen will cross.
Great try there to Orara Valley's number 2, Stephen Setnich. Pushes the lead on to Orara Valley 26. Woolgoolga Seahorses 0. The kick to come.
So Hutchison Walters giving up the kicking tee here. Zach Maitland. See, Zach was doing a lot of the kicking earlier in the year for the Axemen. So fairly decent strike rate. Tough one here, right out on the right-hand upper sideline. Strikes it, likes it, and his flags are in the air. Great work from Zach Maitland, and he gives the Woolgoolga faithful on that side of the field plenty of lip after they were probably providing plenty of encouragement and support out that side. So the Axemen extend their lead to 28 points to 0.
Conversion successful by Orara's number 9, Zach Maitland. Score now 28 points to 0. The Axemen leading Woolgoolga.
So a bit of an awkward kick-off there and a good pick-up eventually by Setnich. And then he's manhandled by a couple of Woolgoolga defenders. It's Hutchison Walters now. Just up over the 20. Atwell on the front foot. Singleton in for his first touch of the second half. Up to the 40 now, the Axemen. Couple of plays to go. Looks like they're going to kick early through Robinson, and he kicks back across to the other side of the field. Great kick. He wants this to sit down. Looks like it's got a lot of legs on it. It's just continue to roll there. Dan Robinson. Unfortunate that one. It was the right idea, just didn't quite execute it the way he would have liked, and the hard nature of the ground down that end of the field just allowed it to kick on. So Kerno gets us back underway for Woolgoolga. He makes about a gain of a metre after they eventually drag him back. It's Connor. It's O'Hare gets the offload. Seymour waits at dummy half. Short side here to Spencer. Spencer goes on his own and he drags 3 Orara defenders up towards the halfway line. It's eventually brought down. Very slow play the ball there, and Seymour jumps out and cuts back to the right. Joel Collinson onto his brother Brad. It's wrapped up there by Macaulay Dawson. And the Cavalry come in and complete the tackle. Just on the Axemen side of halfway now. Short ball to Kerno here as Vikram Atwell's stolen the ball. And he's going to call the comeback for the high shot. So just crept up there, the shot from Atwell when the referee was playing advantage. So Woolgoolga's first attacking opportunity of the second half here now as Marley goes straight into the defence. Maitland in underneath. As Connor follows suit. So just a couple of settlers for Woolgoolga here now as they look to try and set up their attacking set of 6. Plenty of numbers to the left. They go that way now. Spencer into the line. Short ball to Kerno, but well read by Maitland, who wraps him up comfortably there. They go left here now through Wu. And Wu's met by 3 Axemen defenders and he's dragged down just short of the line. Couple of plays still to go. Seymour now to Joel Collinson. Out to Brad Collinson. Got his arms free. Gets the ball on to Van Doeteren. And he bounces away from one. And Beaumont eventually wraps him up. Still short of the line. Collinson out of dummy half. Puts it on the toe. And Buddy Hart juggles it and eventually puts it down. So whilst they don't come away with points there, they do get a result, the Woolgoolga side. So I'll stay on the attack with a scrum 10 metres out from the Axemen line. So they feed the scrum, they go the short side, and Smith out the ball out in front, and they turn it over on play 1, Woolgoolga. Off the scrum. So the ball went into touch, so it looks like we're going to have a play the ball. There's Beaumont doing the tough carry for his side. Very slow play the ball here. It's Makelum tries to jump out of dummy half, tries to squeeze between defenders. Bit of a grimace in that tackle from Makelum. He does get up and play it. Hart comes left to Katal. Plenty of carries this afternoon, Jediah Katal. He's been great in the absence of Robertson Bunt. It's Atwell, again, in the same vein, been great in the absence of the two main front rowers. He come left, Macaulay Dawson now. Tries to squeeze his way back in behind the ruck on the last here now. Makelum will kick, takes to the side. Bomb, and O'Hare will take it comfortably on about his own 20-metre line, and he skips out to that left-hand side, tries to get on the outside, but Hutchison-Walters wraps him up with the help of Setnich. Fangupo out of dummy half, again, as he so often does, gets by the first tackler. He's wrapped up there by Gill. It's O'Connor. Ooh. Good solid tackle there, just Makelum. Come left. Dummies to the inside there, Collinson takes it himself, but it's met by Hull and Hart, who wrap him up just on the Woolgoolga side of halfway. Spencer now taking the ball inside. Again, pops an offload to O'Hare, who's away. Dan O'Hare gets the ball away out the back. Towed through by Collinson, and it's picked up there by Ronan Singleton. Good scramble from the Axemen. Enterprising play from Woolgoolga, but they can't seem to get a result on that occasion there. O'Hare dumped the ball back, but had no support. It's Beaumont now, again with another tough carry. Looks to some substitutes probably being made here now. Atwell coming from the field as Watson coming on. Hutchison-Walters bounces away from one, still going, bounces away from another, still going Hutchison-Walters up towards the halfway line, and he still can't be brought to the ground. Great show of strength there from Lathan Hutchison-Walters. Down the short side, Macaulay Dawson tips it on. Had his legs taken out as he passed it there, and Beaumont does well to hold on. Back towards the middle now. Watson with his first touch this afternoon. Last here now for the Axemen. It's Robinson. Looks to spiral bomb down. O'Hare on pretty much on top of his own line. Takes it comfortably. And tries to get on the outside of Liam Dunn, who grabs him by the coattails and manages to drag him down and drag him back. Does well there, Liam Dunn, on his opposite number. Fullback on fullback as Schmidt, a little skip into the line. Not too many metres to be had there. It's O'Connor. It's a very strong carry for an outside back from his own end of the field. But that man, Justin Hull, the glue that's keeping this Axemen defensive line together at the moment, seems to be everywhere. As Dawson wraps up Brad Collinson. Inside ball here from Joel Collinson to Curnow. And he pops an offload out late there. Brad Collinson away with it. And some solid defence. Beaumont wrapped him in underneath, and then Buddy Hart might have taken the wind out of Brad Collinson here. It was a solid shot. Both players seem to be reeling out of that one as O'Hare bombs. Lack of communication there, but Liam Dunn manages to get away from it and skips past the attempted tackle of Fangupo there and wrapped up by Connor, I think that is. Yes, it is. Setnich with a scoot out of dummy half now. Just makes it over halfway. Gill bounces away from one. He has his legs taken out from him by Joel Collinson there. Katal back in behind the ruck. Really been trying to focus on that straight, hard line running back in behind the ruck. A lot of the play's been really focused around that area for the Axemen. As we see the last here now. They come left through Robinson. Robinson, the long ball out to Singleton, down around your feet.
26 minutes, 26.
And unfortunately, he does some amazing things, Ronan Singleton. Can't hold on to that one there. Tries to tow it through, but skips between his legs. So we'll have a play the ball about 15 metres out from their own line. Another offload. Getting plenty of offloads away, Woolgoolga, but the scramble defence of the Axemen doing enough at the moment as Kerno skips away from a couple here. And he's eventually wrapped up about 35 out from his own line. Joel Collinson back in underneath. O'Connor proving a handful every time he touches the footy. Seymour comes down the short side as Van Dukteren, and he's wrapped up there with a great low tackle from Oscar Watson. Bit of a roll on though, quick play the ball as Marley tries to go straight through the middle and Catal hangs on by the bootlaces. And then Maitland finishes the job there. It's Collinson now on the run, chips towards the corner, Setnich is up for it and he's taken in the air there by Fangupo, and the penalty is called by referee Nathan Grace. Great take under pressure there from Stephen Setnich, and he earns his side a penalty. Probably needed a little bit more height on that kick, Collinson, if he had his time again. So, seems to be a bit of a theme this afternoon that the Axemen get a relieving penalty to come out of their own end. Start a set just on their own 40-metre line as Gill now up towards the halfway. It's Beaumont. It's Wakefield back on the park for his second stint this afternoon. It's wrapped up. 30 short of the halfway line now. A couple of plays left to go. Robinson takes on the line himself there, the halfback. Crowd didn't like that one too much, but it's play on, says the referee. Neither did Robinson. He didn't like it. His ball's tried to be rolled through by Buddy Hart and touch, played at 6 to go, says the referee. So another set for the Axemen, right on deep on the attack on the Woolgoolgas. They come left through Beaumont. Beaumont's going to try and score in the corner. He's in, Beaumont! Macaulay Dawson does the damage, pops a great short ball to Luke Beaumont, and the Orara Valley Axemen cross for their 6th try this afternoon.
Try to the Orara Valley Axemen. Number 3, Luke Beaumont crosses, extending the lead out to Orara Valley 32. Woolgoolga 0 with a kick to come.
So Hutchison Walters will take up the kicking tee once again. This is starting to become quite the dominant performance from the minor premiers, the Orara Valley Axemen. It's 3 from 4 this afternoon. Moves in now. Strikes it. He's going to hook this one to the left-hand side, so the score is going to remain 32 points to 0. The Axemen leading Woolgoolga.
Conversion was unsuccessful there, so the score remains Orara Valley 32, Woolgoolga 0.
So penalty seemed to have been the Achilles heel for Woolgoolga this afternoon. I haven't really had to do too much work out of their own end, the Axemen, as this one goes up from O'Hare, swirling one taken by Maitland. Oh! And that's a clean coat hanger there from Sione Fangupo. He does well to shake that one off, Maitland. Would have taken the head off most people, I think, that one. So, just as I was saying, the Woolgoolga Seahorses give away another penalty here. Love to have the stats in front of me to know the penalty count. But, so the Axemen, once again, go on the attack through a piggyback off the high shot from Fangupo. Bit of a juggle there from Wakefield, but he holds on to it. And they can't bring him to ground. He's still fighting there, Matt Wakefield. Oh, and he's eventually tipped up. Nothing said by anybody, and play on, says the referee, as Watson brought down in a strong tackle there by Michael Curnow. It's a bit of a head push, and they come left through Hart. Hart onto Dawson. Dawson out the back to Liam Dunn, and he runs behind his own man there and has to concede defeat, or concede the tackle, has to not give away a penalty there. Couple of plays to go here for the Axemen. Dawson now with it, taking on the line, ball in two hands. And goes himself this time, Macaulay Dawson. Very, very, very slow play of the ball, and the referee's going to say it's a penalty. So holding down is the call on that one. So it looks like they're going to tap and go here, try and keep the pressure on and further extend this lead to really put this one to bed with just under 20 minutes to go in the second half. Axemen still leading 32 points to 0. So Wakefield takes a charge at the line and can't get through that time. Comes left, Robinson. Short ball to Hull. Deserves one, Justin Hull. But he's dragged down about a metre short of the line. Maitland goes left through Hart. Hart inside ball to Robinson. Robinson's going to try and get his way to the in goal. I'm not sure if he's made it there. He's held up, says the referee. So a couple of plays to go. Slips into the defensive line there, Hutchison Walters. Still holding on. And a penalty's called. And he's putting him in the bin. So I'm not sure who's going to be the one going to the bin there. Time's called off by the referee. Looks like it's going to be Seymour that's going to get a bit of a... The crowd give him plenty of what for as he comes off here now. So, just what the Woolgoolga side didn't need to go a man down with 17 and a half left on the clock here this afternoon. Already trailing 32 points to 0. So Maitland will tap and go. Hart now left. Here we go. Hutchison Walters out the back. Tries to get through, but he's cut down there in a good tackle low by Collinson there. Schmidt over the top to help out. Maybe back through the middle. Hart tries to do it on his own. Couple of dummies. Can't beat Marley on that occasion. Luke Collinson out there now, so all three Collinson brothers on the pitch at the same time. So they come left through Macaulay Dawson, beats through one. Can't get through the last line of defence of O'Hare. He does pop an offload away though. And it gets out to Hull, and Justin Hull's going to cross over! And the Axemen further extend their lead with Justin Hull crossing for his second try this afternoon. So 16 and a half minutes.
try there to Orara Valley's number 13, Justin Hull, pushing the score on to Orara Valley 36. Woolgoolga nil with a kick to come.
Lathan Hutchison-Walters adds the extras for the Axemen, taking the score on to Orara Valley 38, Woolgoolga nil. It's turning into a incredibly dominant performance by the minor premiers. Don't think anybody expected to see this sort of a one-sided scoreline this afternoon, given how close the other two games had been so far this season. O'Hare gets us underway once again. Bit deeper on this kick. Setnich manages to get it, slips over. Ball back to the middle towards Wakefield. And he'll play it on the 10. It's Watson back in behind the ruck. They've done a lot of their work, the Axemen, back in behind the markers, trying to really test out those A defenders and keep them honest, as Hull, the try scorer, up towards the 30. So Dunn sweeps to the right and allows Makelum to go straight through. He's got support. It goes to Dunn, and Liam Dunn's going to streak away. He's got no one in front of him. He's going to score under the sticks, Liam Dunn. Great work from the fullback and the little number 9, and they heap on the pain here, the Axemen. Further extending their lead now.
Right through the middle of the park, Zach Makelum finds Liam Dunn, who crosses again for the Axemen. Scores now 42 points to 0 with a kick to come.
So Hutchison-Walters will knock this one over, you would think, and he does exactly that to further extend the lead now to 44 points to 0. The Axemen leading Woolgoolga with just around about 13 minutes left to go in this afternoon's clash. So an 8-try haul for the Axemen so far this afternoon. The spiralling bomb causes some problems there. Dawson eventually picks it up there, beats a couple, and he's wrapped up. About 20 out from his own line.
12.
Singleton now. They try and shoot up and hammer him, but he bounces away. It's Watson again. Woolgoolga looking to inflict some pain. Atwell back in behind the ruck once again, but they've had so much reward, the Axemen. Gets a quick play the ball for his side as well. So they're on the front foot here. The ball comes out. The pass from Robinson finds the grass. It's picked up by Setnich as he brings it back towards the middle of the park to try and reset. And he's wrapped up there, about 35 out from his own line. Not too many metres in this set. Last play is Hutchison-Walters skews a bit of a dodgy kick, that one, and it's going to find touch. I don't think he knew it was the last there, and then once he did, he chucked it on the toe and didn't quite get much of it. So decent place for Woolgoolga to start here. 38 out from their own line. Let's see what they can do with around 11 minutes left to go on the clock this afternoon. O'Hare, the captain, trying to inspire his side. Collinson onto his brother Luke Collinson. He's picked up and dumped by Hutchison, Walters, and also Robinson in there. Very slow to his feet there, Luke Collinson. Bailey Connor now. It's been good this afternoon, Connor. Joel Collinson jumps out of dummy half after the quick play of the ball. Tested the defence, and he ends up coughing it up there, Joel Collinson, by the look of things. He has done, says the referee, so just can't seem to get it right at the moment, Woolgoolga. Between penalties and errors, they haven't really given themselves too much hope here this afternoon, and the Axemen have really heaped on the pain. So we're going to have another scrum, about 35 metres. Beaumont will take the hit up off the scrum for the Axemen now. Everybody looking to get involved. The Axemen really buoyed at the moment, as you would be with a 44-0 scoreline. Singleton. Surprised Ronan Singleton hasn't crossed so far this afternoon. Yeah, maybe a bit of commentator's curse. Talked about how many tries he scored. It's Vikram Atwal winding back the clock, beating defenders left and right, shrugging them off. Very slow play the ball there. Couple of Indian Jungle Cat internationals coming head to head there as Gill bounces away and gets Hutchison Walters on the outside of his man. Spencer comes across, can't affect the tackle. Hutchison Walters gets the offload away and Setnich brings it back towards the middle. Bounces around and then gets his head slammed into the ground by Stephen Spencer. Again, not seen by the referee. So Setnich has just been left on the ground here now. I think it might have been a bit of an elbow from Stephen Spencer there that did the damage, because Dan Robinson came in and resented something with some push and shove. It's being spoken to now by the referee. And I think we're just going to have a play the ball.
Can you just make sure the bar's closed? It's only 9 minutes to go. Make sure the bar's closed. Last drinks.
So it is going to be a penalty to the Axemen for that little bit of work on the ground by Steve Spencer there. And they go right through Robinson, and they're short on that outside. Hutchison Walters is going to cross again. The Axemen could rack up 50 here. So that's his second for the afternoon as well, Lathan Hutchison Walters. Throw in a few goals as well to really start to extend his own personal tally.
He's got 56 seconds left.
So the extra man still obviously playing a factor here for the Axemen, and the space really starting to open up. Woolgoolga have done a lot of defending, particularly in the last 10 minutes. It seems like they haven't had the ball really. So Makelam's going to have a crack again from the same spot where he missed from last time. Can he knock it over for 50 points to nil?
Second try to Orara Valley's number 4, Lathan Hutchison Walters, pushing the score out to Orara Valley 48. Woolgoolga 0 with a kick to come.
The Sinmin Woolgoolga player re-enters the field again.
7.5 minutes.
So we got 7.5 minutes of game time left to play here this afternoon. So Makelam now moves in, strikes it. Doesn't look to be too good, and it's waved away on that occasion. So the score's going to remain 48 points to nil. The Axemen leading Woolgoolga in a really dominant performance here this afternoon.
7 minutes remaining.
So O'Hare gets us back underway again, down the middle of the park this time rather than towards the sideline. And Atwell bringing it back, gets inside the tackle of Wu, who tried to shoot up and put some heat on there. Gets a quick play the ball though, and Dunn gets Hutchison Walters on the outside once again. Ryan Gill backing up towards the middle, gets the ball to Gill. It's a foot race now between the two skippers. Ryan Gill, he does a 360 to beat O'Hare, and he crosses. The Axemen cross again, and they're going to crack the 50. The combination of Dunn and Hutchison Walters doing the damage out on that right-hand side once again. And Ryan Gill, the skipper, finding the line. It was a foot race. O'Hare had his number, but just the sheer determination of the skipper, Ryan, does a 360, breaks the tackle, and crosses right next to the uprights. So we have another new kicker this afternoon. Dan Robinson with probably the easiest of all attempts. Should be able to slot this one pretty comfortably, you would think. So 52 points to nil with a kick to come. You would think he's going to throw this one over to make it 54-0. So you can see the... Robinson does knock that one over there, so further extending the lead.
Great try to Orara Valley's number 11, Ryan Gill. The conversion was successful from Orara's number 7, Dan Robinson. Pushes the score out to Orara Valley 54. Woolgoolga 0. This whole thing was shaking. Yeah, I hope you don't want the footage of Ryan doesn't need that for try reel.
There's a bit of a fumble off the kickoff here. Dunn goes back to retrieve it after getting a hand to it. Makes his way back to the field of play. Beats a tackle. And goes straight through Liam Dunn. He's wrapped up there by Isaac Schmidt. Eventually dragged down, but how he managed to get out of there, I've got no idea. As they come down this short side again, they're still retreating at the moment. Singleton away. He's going to look to kick back towards the middle. Puts it on the toe. O'Connor there, but Catal is there as well, and he's going to score. The Axemen go back to back, pretty much off the kickoff, and they will rack up that 60 points now, you would think, with a try in underneath the sticks. I might have been a little bit early on the 58-0 call, but was only 30 seconds behind, and some more enterprising play from the Axemen. It's one-way traffic this second half. So with Group 2 Rugby League, obviously we have a rule where once a team is in the lead by 60 points, it is a mercy rule. So with around 3 minutes left to go this afternoon, Robinson knocks this one over. You would think that would be the end of the game. The Axemen resounding winners. And Robinson does add the extras. And that will wrap up this afternoon's first grade fixture with the minor premiers, the Orara Valley Axemen. An absolute dominant performance over the second place Woolgoolga Seahorses, running out victors 60 points to nil. A couple of standout performers this afternoon in Justin Hull, Lathan Hutchison Walters, Liam Dunn, Zach Makelam, just to name a few. The Axemen, fantastic team performance this afternoon, and we will see you back here in 2 weeks for the grand final. The Orara Valley Axemen will host a grand final for the first time since 2008. No, 2007. Sorry, 2007 the last time. So long time between drinks. Make sure you, if you can, get to the ground and we will see you there. Go the Axemen.